Welcome to For Comics Sake. My name is J.Crager, your host. It is June 10th, 2024. Happy birthday to everybody out there in YouTube land. And tonight, we actually have a little opening from our friends from Rick and Morty. I just wanted to give you artists some inspiration, let you know you're all good enough and that you're loved and that you should keep working and you're always going to be good enough. So here we go.
All right, listen up, Morty. Being an artist, it's like, diving into the deepest depths of your mind, Morty. It's like swimming through a sea of uncertainty, battling the monsters of self-duped and criticism. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom, Morty. It's about creating something out of nothing, turning dreams into reality, Morty. Sure, it's a tough gig. It's like constantly juggling flaming swords while riding a unicycle on a tightrope, Morty. But hey, someone's got to do it right. Because without artists, Morty, the world would be as empty as Jerry's trophy case.
It's true. It's true. Without artists, the world would be as empty as Jerry's trophy case. So we need to work hard because you're good enough to do so and that you're loved. And with that being said, I'm going to welcome my wonderful, kind, and caring co-host, William Perdomo.
Artists are a pain in the ass.
We're all prima donnas.
I'd make you wear like yellow pens on your lapels so I can identify you and properly mistreat you.
We'd try to. But with that being said, we're going to bring on another artist to abuse Will. And tonight we have JBOT VASQUEZ.
Hey, everybody.
Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, chat. What's up, man? It's good to see Tokame and Hyper Potato. Jason's in the chat giving us guff, but fuck that guy.
He can kiss my ass.
Nice. How are you all doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Long day at work. Ready to draw and drinking a beer, man. Ready to have a good time. How you guys doing?
I'm great. I'm fucking-tastic.
I have my head looking for a body. I'm just floating in space.
Yeah.
Nice. He looks all slim and like trim.
But I'm a fat bastard in reality. I'm a fat son of a bitch, dude.
Oh,
and
man.
if you would have watched me on Frega's Fractober a couple years back before some stuff, I was a skinny bastard. I was in good shape. I was constantly lecturing everybody about fitness. Now I'm like, I can't wait to sneak away and go down and get like some, Oreos.
You're fluffy now.
Yeah, like, can we just like get drawing so I can like stop my camera and go get something to eat?
All right. It happens to the best of us. It's just the fat just sneaks up on you and you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I just saw the light too.
I've gained 10 pounds and I'm not like a stress eater, but all I can think of doing is eating because I don't do drugs the way I used to anymore. So usually when I would have some type of traumatic experience, I would just, go take a bunch of acid or, do something really fucking stupid. And it sucks getting old. And because I can't make bad decisions anymore, unfortunately.
You can't go have a couple of Sam Adams and fight a couple of people.
No, not unless I really want to, like at that point. I saw this little thing earlier today, a video about an autistic guy who was talking to a guy in jail, and he's like, the autistic guy is like, so what's your life like here in a jail? And he was like, oh man, it's really regimented. And the autistic guy goes, regimented? Really? And he's like, yeah. He goes, they get us up at 6:30 and then they count us off. He's all, they count you off? That's amazing. Yeah, they count you off. What else do they do? Then you go to lunch or go to breakfast and you eat, and then you go out and you exercise. And by the end of the actual conversation they had, the autistic guy had figured out that he needed to go to jail. Because he wanted the structure of going to jail. He actually preferred it. And it was actually kind of funny. I really liked it because that's how I feel sometimes. Like it's really regimented there. We might as well just go do that. It might work out. And I used to tattoo, so I'd probably do pretty good on the yard. Probably wouldn't be too much of an issue.
There you go.
So yeah. Looks like we have 20 people watching us currently. Thank you, all 20 of you. Please, you're kind to show up. I love it. Thank you so much.
I was going to say that speaking of autism and speaking of being a convict, the first person to show up is Tokame. Hello, sir.
Tokame.
Hail the room, hail the chat. I don't know if he's a convict. But,
Our regional
autistic
convict. Yeah, neither. No,
Yeah.
I don't think Seth is either. So, no.
I don't think Chauncey is either. And hello, sir. How are you?
No, not that it's a bad thing. So, if we didn't have autistic people, like engineers wouldn't exist the way they do.
And we kind of need you guys to find, where the locals live, by judging the star patterns, when they're trying not to be found.
Yeah. I'm wondering how he even got there, like with one eye closed the whole way.
Well, weaponized autists drove Shia LaBeouf crazy once.
Really?
Yeah, literally drove him crazy.
That's amazing.
You remember when do you remember when there was that hysteria when Trump got elected the first time, and there was all these spontaneous demonstrations going on, and they had at the New York Museum of Art, I believe, there was a camera, and it was supposed to just record for all the 4 years of Trump's term, and it was Shia LaBeouf thing, and people were just trolling the camera the whole time. So he moved it to another museum, and it got trolled again. And then he decided to just have it pointing at a flag that says "He will not divide us."
Right.
And like the autists on Reddit figured out the chemtrails and the star patterns and the weather, and they had guys driving around honking to finally locate the exact place. And then somebody went up there and pulled it down and put up one of those Pepe flags.
Oh my God!
And then he went to Norway to put himself on display to make himself art. Remember, he put himself in a little igloo or something.
Shia LaBeouf.
And they were even showing up there to mess with him.
Oh my God!
Yo soy un oso.
Yeah, that's why he was yelling at dudes for not getting them French fries. The internet will drive you crazy. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Craig Zablo, how are you, buddy?
Nice. So you're gonna go through the chat, Will? And
I am. I'm just talking trash while we do it. And speaking of talking trash, fuck you, Jason. Going over Jason.
Okay.
JBOT himself said hello.
Will is particularly feisty tonight.
I'm not feisty. I'm tired. I just don't care.
Dude, he's fired off 3 fuck yous in fucking 5 minutes. It's
like in the party when Leonardo DiCaprio gets starts talking shit to his psychiatrist, and she's like, "Why is it the last pint of the day is always the hardest? Because you're tired and don't give a shit."
That's
It's not.
So thank you all for coming out on this Monday. I know it's a hell of a way to start the week.
Yes, indeed.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of chill. I want everybody to be chill. I want to be the weird Bob Ross of, I guess, YouTube if we're going to be doing this. I should get a big wig. That's what I should do.
And a giant beard and sunglasses.
Well, I can grow the giant fucking beard.
No,
I'm pretty sure I have some sunglasses. So, but yeah, I need to Bob Ross and LSD. Yeah, not anymore, man. No LSD for me. So no bueno.
No LSD for Hyper Potato as well. Thank you, sir. Like, subscribe, and Sergeant Rock forever. Yes, indeed. Mr. Golly, hello, my friend. Welcome.
What's up, Madman? How you doing, Baba? He's going to be on in July.
Yes, sir.
Between Nick Patera and an yet unannounced monster guest that we're going to have on the show. Guest, plural, two.
Oh, nice.
And Marco, you're gonna love being the meat in that sandwich.
Mm.
Yes, you are, my friend. You are going to enjoy that. You're going to rub the nipples. You're going to do that. So it's going to be
Craig
good.
Zablo says, "Well, that took a turn. I think he was talking when I came on and said how much I loathe artists and that they should be placed in some kind of internment facility."
Yeah, we are kind of mental. So
Yeah,
it's
you got it.
it's
You
okay.
got to be.
Now,
Indeed, Oreos are really tasty.
as Morty once said, being an artist or being a creative is akin to mental illness.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It, yeah, very much is. I can fucking show you. You just need to step in my life for 10 fucking seconds. It's
you gotta
mitigated.
also have like, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bud.
No, it's mitigated chaos at best. Go ahead.
Mhm.
You go ahead.
You gotta, to be an artist, you also have to have like some kind of like conceitedness or like not give a fuck, because it'd be like, here is my art, I'm putting out into the world. Yeah, people are gonna like it, not everybody's gonna like it, but you got to be like, well, fuck those people.
Yeah, you got to be somewhat
I'm still
arrogant.
gonna do it.
You got to be somewhat arrogant.
There can be a little bit of arrogance to it, but I think it's because, like, I remember a friend telling me a long time ago, like, he goes, you're like Stu from fucking Hot Tub Time Machine. Like, I'm the guy who tries to kill himself and ends up going, and you can't kill me, right? Is the thing. And no matter what anybody does to me, I'm super toxic and you can't kill me. And I'm like a cockroach. I just go on forever. So if that's the case, man, I'm going to win by attrition. Cockroaches rule the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
When everything's said and done, motherfuckers, it's cockroaches that are going to rule the world. And I'm going to rule through attrition. Like, how many books can I draw on a year? How many titles can I do? Because that's as an artist, that's the only means of fucking currency that we have. Nobody cares how good of a piece you did. They care how good of a fucking like graphic novel you did, or the last 7 graphic novels you did. So doing one issue isn't enough anymore. At least it isn't for me. At
and then
this
if you
point.
experiment, then they're like, oh, something's changed. Oh, he's slipping. It's like, what? I just want to do something different, man. Calm the fuck down.
No, I make people very aware that I'm not a traditional artist. I'm not one of those guys who learned how to draw comic books and then doubled down on my style. I decided that I wanted to be a real artist. And so that required me learning how to do several different art forms. And in doing so, it means I can pick and choose what style I want to draw in when I do books and what serves the story best. And I think that is how you should do stuff. And I don't really care about what people think. Oh, you changed your style. Don't fucking care. So did Frank Miller. Okay. Frank Miller changed his fucking style and he made Sin City. Oh, yeah. So shut the fuck up. Okay?
And we all remember that.
Yeah. And how about fucking Sankovic changing his style and doing Electra Assassin? Fuck you, eat a bag of dicks, dude. Don't fucking tell me what to do. So that's art. I'm into art, not just comics. Like, my favorite comic book artists are the most artsy of artsy fucking people. They're not like doubling down on their style and teaching themselves bad habits and other people bad habits about art.
I know who you're talking about.
So, yeah, don't do that.
Before we spin the wheel, let me say hello to the rest of the chat. And there's Mr. GJ. Welcome, sir. Tune in for another exciting episode. Maromi, as terse as usual, just says hello. But thank you for that hello. Despite me talking shit to him, he said hit that like. Thank you, Jason. I mean, I still like you. I just like to talk trash to you.
Yeah, GJ. Like, yeah, Patera's coming on again and he's gonna draw live. Yeah. How's that? You're gonna get to see him draw. That like gives me a like war boner.
I got to see the process happening.
I got kicked out. Yeah. I didn't know I got kicked out, but all right, well.
Got kicked out. Allah Akbar.
At least hopefully the suicide vest, took enough of you guys with me. Excuse me, self-deletion vest.
Self-deletion. Putting the pause button on life.
There you go.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep, Patara again. Indeed. Is everybody here? Is everyone? Oh, there's a new person. Nintendo Ginger. Fantastic name. Says hi, welcome. Thank you for visiting.
Yeah.
And Patara does kick ass, and that is it. And we're gonna have a look at the Wheel of Pain so we can get back to this discussion of art.
Fuckaroonie. Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's
All
do
right,
that.
let's have a look-see.
Let's look at the Wheel of Pain.
Wheel of Coom.
You bastards.
Let's go.
Fuck this wheel. Fuck your wheel. Possum girl.
No.
Dude, you're fucking killing me, Gordon, good brother.
That's what he wanted, and he suggested it every week.
You're killing me. Killing me. So I'm still did I send you your star yet, Gordon? If you recall, I do those in batches like once a month because I'm so busy doing all this shit once a week and working regularly. But if I haven't, I'll just send those both together if that's the case. Why is
now, who is Possum Girl?
I don't know, man. I have to look that up now on my phone, which has like 0 battery. This sucks.
Like both of you have to look it up. Is it some obscure ass character?
Yeah, Possum. Well, he put picture.
Yeah, her design's cute.
One day when time passes and there's more people watching, I'll make my suggestion and it'll probably be Joe, and I'll just donate it to a member of the chat.
Nice.
I actually want to see JBOT draw Joe.
Now I think I have to go online and look this shit up, like on Twitter. Like I know somebody posted a bunch of pictures in the thread, so I should probably go there.
Yeah, there's a couple in there. I probably should have had that ready since it's such an obscure character.
I'll drop a link in the private chat. I found it, and I'm looking at the webtoon.
Awesome girl.
Oh no, we're gonna
have to draw a
chick. This is gonna suck. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize in advance.
I have a question for you, JBot. Do you work at like a game? Are you like working at like the manager's office at a GameStop? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on back there?
No, I have I'm partner with it's a retro game store. It's not part of any chain. We're independent. And we sell retro video games and DVDs and CDs and model kits and all types of stuff like that. So, but yeah, the main bread and butter right now? Yeah. No, I'm not at my store. This is my house.
Is that like the basement or something?
No, we have a room upstairs. This is like the media room that we play games and watch movies and stuff.
Okay, so is that just so you can do multiplayer with big screens, or do you have different systems?
I have different systems. One TV is mainly so my wife can watch shows, and then I can play games. So I got
really. So it got that bad.
Yeah. She likes to watch her, her trash TV is what she likes to unwind with, and then I'll play games and stuff, and then we'll just chat and whatever and hang out. So
I guess that's a solution. That's an interesting solution. So how is the retro game market right now?
If you're trying to collect like Nintendo 64 and GameCube stuff like that, those prices are like kind of climbing.
Right, I heard that's the next big kind of like gold rushes those two systems.
Yeah, because that's the generation now that they have the disposable income, or they're having the families, so they want to play the older stuff that they grew up with their kids. So they want to play the Mario Karts or Mario Sunshine or like GoldenEye. Like they want to play that with their kids because that's what they played when they were kids, and that's what we get a lot. Okay,
most so of our clientele. It just happens to be that the spenders are that generation of consoles.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Oh no, I think he's asking what's Cybernary. That is a character, GJ, that belonged to Jim Lee's company. during the Homage Entertainment days, the early days of Image, and it was featured on the back. I don't know if you remember this, guys. They used to do, I guess you could call it trial runs for titles, where you would have the main title. In this case, it was Deathblow, and on the back you would flip it over, and it would be another, like a preview of another book. And Cybernary was on the back, I think, of what, the first 4 Deathblows, Crager?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Right. And that was drawn by a gentleman named Nick Manabat, who unfortunately died way too early of cancer.
Yes. He was amazing.
Yeah, see, you know, Jason knows. Manabat drew Cybernary, and it was great. And it was great. And he died shortly after. I think he was in his early 20s. He died of cancer.
Yeah. I think it was like leukemia, I believe, but I'm not sure. But anyways, he was an amazing artist. His career was very short-lived. And it's unfortunate because he was so really good at what he did. And
it would be interesting to see 20 years later what would have become of him, you know?
Oh, absolutely. It would have been really cool to see what that guy would have done. So, yeah. R.I.P. Nick Manabat.
R.I.P. I still have those. Those are great. And even the book they were attached to, I did. Maybe a lot of people didn't, but I did appreciate Jim's attempt to do Frank Miller in Deathblow. Remember those first couple issues?
Yeah, that stuff was nice. I really liked it. He did it so well. I heard Frank Miller got upset.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I heard that Jim Lee did it so well it upset Frank Miller. Like, how dare you bite my style, and blah blah blah, whatever.
But what does he expect? Everyone was biting his style.
Yeah, that's what happens when you become great.
Rob Liefeld straight bit his most iconic double pager, like blow by blow, for X-Force 1. Remember?
Yeah, Frank Miller's. That was from Ronin or something like that.
Yeah, where Shatterstar is stabbing back and killing the guy behind him, and it's that shot from Ronin, that double pager.
Yep, I recall. Yeah, that stuff was good. So I remember the original stuff. The swipe was okay too. I was like 15.
Yeah,
or
it was a cool swipe. He even took the way the helmet is. Remember it was like a demon in Ronin, and he was grimacing. But the way Rob drew that character, he had a typical Rob design where the helmet's kind of like a Spartan helmet.
Yeah,
and it's all black inside. And you just see his mouth open and screaming in pain from getting stabbed by Shatterstar. It actually was a cool page.
It was.
We can rag on Rob, but sometimes he produces some cool stuff. Some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think evolving as an artist was important to me. So it's not always important to everybody once they reach a certain milestone. I don't blame them. If you're making money, then why wouldn't you do the same thing over and over and over again, right?
Right.
So
that's what people expect too. You're almost like you become the action star of comics. You know what I mean? You become like, oh, well, people want me to do action movies. I'm going to do action movies, and that's what you give them. And
but I think you end up getting what I call like pigeonholed into, essentially trying to, or being stuck in a certain vein of comics. Like, I wouldn't have Rob Liefeld draw like a horror book. I would have him draw superheroes, right? Deadpool or New Mutants or something like that. It just cuts you off from doing other things. And I like comics as a medium, not just like because they do superheroes so well, right? Comics are so much more than that. There's a Bill Sienkiewicz book that called Let me look it up.
And Gordon, you clearly did miss a spin because you won. So congratulations.
How
Yeah.
dare you, sir?
We had to sit here looking up how to draw your character that you suggested, the possum girl.
That's right.
Well, yeah. Maybe you should criticize Hyper Potato more because you might win. Maybe that's a good luck charm. But yeah, I don't think Rob. I don't think Rob is interested in drawing anything else other than superheroes, and I think if there's any genre more fulfilled than the superhero one,
Right.
I've yet to spot it. I mean, I don't think there's much else you can do to really stand out other than echoing other characters. They've all even become archetypes within archetypes, right? You've got the gun guy, the Punisher guy, the ultra powered super guy. I think the best spin that we saw on it that kind of came and went was Invincible, and I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's
Right.
played out.
Yeah.
It's been done.
I like that.
Hong Kong Phooey number one super.
I like Invincible. That's some good stuff. I guess I'll break out my page now and figure out what the hell I'm doing.
And what I appreciate about Ryan Otley's style, going back to Invincible, was that he had this interesting approach to the book where the art was very clean and streamlined, but then it got very detailed when people were eviscerated.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about, J.BOT? Have you read the book?
Right.
Yeah, I read a few. Actually, let me take that back. I skimmed a couple
insane.
of it.
Like,
'cause I think I'm just gonna get the big ass books to read it.
Yeah. They're doing these books, which are kind of fun. Which let me grab it. Which are these
like
kind of manga size ones?
Oh, okay.
Which are kind of cool. Like if you don't want to, have these big hardback ones, these are kind of cool. They're little manga ones. Which let me embiggen for the crowd in here. Which are kind of like these ones. You could see that they're nice, digestible volumes with neat covers.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh yeah, those are cool.
Oh no!
This page out. I'm sorry I couldn't find that book I was talking about, but anything Bill Sienkiewicz does makes me happy.
Were you trying to find an Electra?
Especially he did. Well, Electra was awesome, but it's something other than Electra, and I have it. When I looked it up, I couldn't seem to find it, and it can't be that fucking obscure. Like, it's like the Judy and Punch show or something like that. And it, he made actual models and puppets of Judy and Punch, which, they essentially fight the devil in the old play where these puppets, fight off the devil. And Punch is abusive to Judy, like really badly. It was really traumatic. Like, and I found it to be so really good. I don't even remember the name of the book, which kind of bums me out, actually. So it was so well done. Or maybe it has to be him or it was Dave McKeon. Either or. So doesn't matter. Let's draw shit.
Let's draw this piece of shit.
Yeah, let's fucking draw this shit. Fucking bastards. You sons
always trying to stump us.
You sons of bitches.
Sorry, I'm focusing really hard because I'm drawing a chick.
Are girls hard to draw?
Yeah, for me. One of the least things I've studied, which I had to get. Of course, I got to get better at it.
It's Frega's weakness. He hates drawing women.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he's not doesn't like it. I think he draws good women. I think he's fine.
It's my favorite thing to draw. Like, it's all I ever did was draw women. It was my favorite thing to draw.
Marco said that's McKeon and Gaiman. What does he mean?
Yeah, he's right. So what book is it, Marco? The Judy and Punch book? Like
the one you were trying to find?
Yeah, I forgot what it was called. So, damn. Anyways, yeah, let's just start drawing, I guess. So, at this point,
can we see what you're doing, JBOT, or are you not set up for that?
I can. It's very rough, but yeah, we could do it. I don't know if it'll show up. But I'm pretty light. Let's see.
Super light.
Also got to change the settings. So let's see what pops up. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not too bad.
Let's have a look.
Where'd it go? It's not where I want to be.
So she is going to be upside down like this.
Like hanging
from her tail.
Something.
Yeah, a branch.
Indeed, you are correct, Mr. Good Brother. He did marry quite a beauty. Brianna's quite a lovely woman.
But I'm cheating and drawing it this way.
They're so weird, possums.
I think they're very cute, actually.
They do play possum, though. Man, I had a little dog. She was a rat terrier mix, and I let her out in the backyard one time. Her name was Cookie. She was the sweetest dog ever, and she just darted back there. And then I just see her grab this thing. I thought it was a plastic bag because it was just the way she just grabbed this thing and it was just like back and forth, just whipping this sucker around. And I'm just like, Cookie,
yeah, man, they hate those sons of bitches.
And then I walk out there and it was a possum, and he just was looking at me like, holy fuck, what just happened, man? And I was like, oh shit, it's a possum.
Poor possum.
Marcus is
wow.
Mr. Punch.
Yeah, he seemed okay, no blood or anything, and he was all right. So I was like, okay,
yeah, Mr.
Like,
yeah, then it was called Mr. Punch. Yeah,
I think I remember seeing that and like advertised in like Wizard or something.
Long time ago.
I
had a dachshund, a wiener dog, and those bastards are vicious, man. And when they get a hold of something, they tear it apart.
Yeah, because they're like made to hunt rodents and stuff. Like it's in their blood.
They're hunting dogs or hounds.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Zavina dogs.
And because they're low to the ground, they can get at bellies pretty easily.
Oh man, shit. Bellies and nutsacks.
Well, yeah, I mean unfortunately there was a couple stories out of the Great Depression where workers were fighting badgers with dogs. Jesus. And they would use wiener dogs because wiener dogs could get underneath the badger and flip him over and get at his stomach. And they have powerful jaws, man. I had one. They had these pretty powerful bites, even though they have small mouths.
Davina dog.
Der Wiener dog. I used to think of him as a little dictator because he had a big personality and a little body.
Exactly.
Kind of reminds me of a lot of members of our business.
Here's a few.
Look, it's
definitely
Possum Girl.
Like barks are definitely.
Oh no.
Not as bad as the bites.
That is a nice table you got there, JBOT.
It's a piece of wood that I like sanded, and I put
it's really
it over.
Nice. I was like, wow, that's a nice texture.
Yeah,
you got
I put
there.
it over this thing. This thing's pretty neat. This is like a for an iPad.
Let me see.
And it would go right in here. Your iPad would go right in here when I was.
Oh yeah, Frega's got one of those. Those are cool, man.
Yeah, and then
the drawing boards.
Yeah, I want to draw on it. So I just did a piece of wood with a little lip on it, and it just goes, it'll go over it like that. And there we go.
Indeed.
I can draw traditionally on it.
That is cool, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at what Crager's doing here.
I know. Fuck, man. I gotta slow him down somehow.
Oh, you
Slow me
can.
down.
So,
If you go fast, I can fuck up faster, so I can draw it right.
Crager and I were lucky enough to get copies of Berserker sent to us in the mail by Mr. JBOT. I got mine, and it's signed. It's wonderful. And what's pretty cool is that he's kind of doing this this style where it opens like a children's book like this, rather than like this, opening from right to left facing me. So it opens up like that, like a storybook. It's pretty wonderful. Again, it has kind of a Nick Patera vibe to it, except not as ultra violent and not as potty mouth. I mean, I don't know. It's only this is very much an introduction book. It's only like what, 10 pages?
Yeah,
Something
it's something like that. Yeah.
Oh, this is terrible.
Now, is there going to be like graphic violence or anything extreme in here, or is it pretty much what we can expect out of it?
Pretty much what you see is what you get. I mean, there's going to be monster guts in it. There's no like, really, there's no like people in the book,
Right?
Because he goes to like a nightmare. He enters a nightmare realm to save the little girl. So yeah, he's gonna be like eviscerating like monsters and like maybe like giant spiders and centipedes and stuff like that. But there's not gonna be any type of like human gore or anything like that. It's gonna be fun stuff.
I mean, what's his objective? Can we know?
Yeah, no, he's so the premise of the book is Berserker is that he's a teddy bear in our world, and a nightmares these beings called the Dark enter our world and kidnap his owner because they want to steal her soul. And so he enters the nightmare realm, and when he enters the nightmare realm, he becomes the Berserker. So he's not a normal teddy bear. He becomes the guy on the cover. So he becomes like this badass like Conan. And his one objective, come hell or high water, is to get the girl out of the nightmare realm, no matter what it takes.
And are you going to do this like a normal floppy, or is it going to be a storybook?
It's going to be a normal floppy. I'm working on issue 1 right now. So they're going to be about 20, like 20, 24 pages, something like that, depending on how they work out. But that way I figure I could put them out quicker, and people don't have to wait for them as long.
Well, that
So they're
works.
going to be floppies.
Do we have a mailing list?
No, you know what? The way I'm going to do the same thing I did with the ash can. So the ash can, I didn't crowdfund it. I just printed it myself. And I'm selling them myself just through Twitter. Just, shoot me a DM on MightyBot Studio, at MightyBot Studio. $15 plus $10 shipping. If you want the print and the sticker, it'll be $25. And each one is numbered and signed, and I only printed 100.
Yep, and I got mine was 57. 57.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're
Out of
running low
100.
on the numbers. After that, I'm never printing it with that cover again. I'll probably do a new cover, and I want to try Amazon print on demand. But for issue 1, I think I'm gonna do the same thing, man. I'm just gonna sell them myself. I also used it as a learning experience too. So that way it was like I wasn't trying to learn how to format comics and with other people's money, which was a big thing. So I used it as a learning experience. That way I can kind of do it with no pressure and not have to. When's my book coming out? And but number 1 will be I'll just have it in my hands. Same thing I did with this one. I had it in my hands, and I was like, it's for sale. Just message me and you can get a copy. Take payments through PayPal.
That's great.
And then that's it.
That's fantastic.
Part of it too is
So
I
you
didn't want
guys
to
like-
anybody to determine it not coming out either. So I was like, either way, this book is coming out. So that's kind of why I did it as well.
Right. Nice. No, that's a good thing. I like that plan. It's fantastic. Awesome girl.
I
Take
My
them to my local
philosophy is
comic
mostly-
shop and And I also sell them in my store too. So I probably sold like 10 or 15 through my store. Just, hey, I did a comic book. And my customer's like, cool, man, let me buy it. I said, all right, sweet.
Well, Tokame, please hit up Mr. JBOT and get his last remaining copies. He said he'll pick up a copy or two.
Yeah, for sure, man. After I sell these, I'm probably going to do this. So this is the first edition. When the second edition comes out or whatever, I'm going to try Amazon Print on Demand and do a different cover for them and try that, So it's all in a big experiment. But when you buy Berserker, you're helping fund the actual first issue because, I'm just going to do it myself, man.
Agreed. That's like I said. That's my philosophy for Meathead is I'm just paying for the art up front, and so I don't have to really owe anybody. I mean myself, but like I don't have to rely on the backers to get the book done. It's done. If I make enough to ship it, and do the rest of the post production, great. But at least I'm not in that nasty position where, like the art isn't done because or whatnot.
It's also hard to fund stuff now, I feel, with just like a concept. I think you have to have like something to be like, yeah, like the book is 50% done, or you can't just go with 5 pages and an idea and then make 200K anymore.
Right. I think the days of good faith are over.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Thanks,
I mean, a lot of too many campaigns didn't deliver, and unfortunately, I'm part of one. We all know why Frege couldn't get it out in time. He's going to, but we're guilty of that too. Black Flag is in that bundle of long-standing campaigns that haven't fulfilled yet, but it will this year.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
But
Frege
again,
fast because he's Frege.
Like I said, I'm trying not to exclude us from that because we are part of that. Exactly. That list of unfulfilled campaigns, and that's unfortunately spilled onto me. Where, hey, man, I got to prove it. I got to say, hey, look, book is done. The art's finished. I just need to ship it and do the lettering and coloring, and that is it. And I think people will be happy with that. I think they'll be happy to hear that they don't have to wait on the most labor-intensive part in most campaigns, which is the art. The actual artwork.
Yeah, I think it's easier to sell a book too when you got like you're showing, don't telling. I think people are over telling, and they want to see the show part.
Yep. And they'll see it here. They'll start to see pages. People get excited.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Shit.
I think I've shown you stuff.
Yeah.
People are gonna get wet. So ladies, be aware. You will get wet.
It's Meathead in more ways than one, huh?
Indeed.
That's right.
In case you guys didn't know, it's sponsored by Blue Chew and Viagra, so you guys fucking watch out.
Nice.
So hopefully Seth will practice buying a copy or two on ours as well.
Yeah, man. Seth is more than generous.
Something's going to be neat when you see it as a creative and you get excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it, because I've seen pages and I'm very happy with it. It's one of those rare situations where he managed to do exactly what I asked him to do.
No, I'm not going to do what you told me to do. I did not.
It's what's in the script.
I've been controlling you from the very beginning.
No, well, I mean, as long as it makes,
as long as you're happy. As long as you're happy.
As long as it makes people in the crowd happy and they want to, invest in it, I'm happy with that.
That's fair enough. That's fine.
Excuse me one moment, gentlemen. I'll be right back.
No. Possums. Goddamn possums. This one just looks like a giant rat. just a giant rat. You know you are. Okay.
So can we still get copies of Hammer, Jason?
Yeah. I have some black and white issues that are extra. I'm still finishing off the rest of the fulfillment. I'm going slow because I have family stuff that I have to deal with a whole bunch. So, and it's just making it hard for me. So I'm trying. We're getting there. I'm 3/4 of the way done. Some of the bigger stuff is what is going out. But yes, I happen to have extra copies of the black and white version of Hammer.
All right.
So I can send you one if you'd like one.
Absolutely, man.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Do that.
Black and white. You're talking my language, man. I love black and white.
Black and white, and it's super gritty. And Marco co-wrote it. My buddy Marco Gali co-wrote it and lettered it masterfully. And it came out good. So makes me happy. Makes me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much
That's
I love
creepy.
you. What?
That's a song my daughter's mother likes to sing to her all the time.
Oh no, that is.
I
creepy,
just
man.
come
Sorry.
back from the restroom and I sit down and that's what I hear. I'm like, what's going on here?
Oh no.
Yeah, I just kind of flowed into it too, so it was like maybe that's like Ron from The Office, like sensing that his fucking ex-wife Tammy's in the room. Is she near Will?
No, she's gone. I've expelled her for the week.
Nice.
Baby's
Fair
here.
enough.
She's passed out, but her mother is not lurking around.
I guess I should ink this up now. This is
I mean,
what you
I'm
get.
almost half expecting like a horror movie shot where I'm talking to you guys and like hands start to come down, like she's crawling vertically down my bookcase.
Yeah, that's terrifying, Will. That's not cool.
No, Mr. Good Brother, it's not creepy in and of itself. It's just creepy because the person who utters it can creep me out sometimes.
You'll never know, dear.
Wow, look at this. So you abandoned the full body shot, but I'm actually liking this kind of like, medium shot you went with her.
Yeah, I couldn't. That full body shot wasn't going to work out for me. I kind of feel like I needed to up the cuteness a bit, and I don't know.
Let's see what JBOT's doing. He's hiding his work from us.
Oh, am I? Oh, sorry. So I gotta adjust my camera. Now here's a part where it's gonna make her break it. She's gonna have an ugly face or not.
Man, you're pretty damn fast, JBOT.
Oh, that's the first time I've ever heard that.
I don't know.
Well,
you
from
move fairly quickly.
Not from my wife, but
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say you haven't heard that before. Oh my goodness!
I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. I could care less about what the receiving party is getting out of it. As long as a torpedo hits the target, I've accomplished my mission.
Stay on target.
Stay on target. I could care less what happens to the guy at the other end of the vent. I mean, don't take that analogy too far with the. You know what I mean? I'm all man, and I had a daughter.
Just glazed like a donut and stuck against the wall.
It is Pride Month. Okay, we're not going to judge.
Gordon Goodbrother says you sound like Joe Sonatog, J-Bot. I'm like, I don't think so. Joe's got like a raspy ass like voice.
If only I had half the talent, I think I'd be in better shape.
Or Bill Mouse, I can't decide.
Bill Mouse. Bill Mouse.
Wow.
Bill Mouse has been around for a long time.
One of my first Comic Cons I ever went to was Chicago Comic Convention. That's before like Wizard took it over.
Uh-huh.
And I have like an ash can of like Nera X I gotta find.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's like black and white. And I was like, "Whoa!" Dude, like this was a neat little thing that they were giving out at the door.
I think when I worked at Avatar, we did some of that stuff with them or with him. So he was a good guy. He didn't need like my tutelage at all. He was already had been around forever. So as like art director, he didn't need anything from me. So
Hey, Matt LaRock, welcome, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
yeah, we're
What did
drawing.
Matt win? He won the Space Marine.
Yeah.
Space Marine. Oh, I gotta go back and see that one.
Yeah, he got the Chaos Marine.
Oh, dude.
Bastard.
And Joe Sonatog didn't like even bother with it. He like did his own thing.
It's like, nah, I'm not drawing a fucking Space Marine. Fuck you guys. Yeah.
And then Chauncey did a cool rendition of it too on his own time.
Blame him. I don't blame him for opting out. Like, I really don't. Space Marine.
Yeah, I mean,
I got so much
there's a
crap
reason
on
why.
them too. You know?
There's a reason why I was completely ignored in all the Fragtobers when I suggested those.
Because Fraga knew what they looked like beforehand, and he was like, fuck you.
Craig, no, there's no place where we post the past winners. It's just essentially all over our feeds. You'll see if you go back through Crager's, you'll see a steady pattern of all these pieces.
Yeah, some are better than others, man. Like, I don't knock it out of the park every time I fucking do something. So,
I think one of the standouts is the crow.
That crow piece was awesome.
Crow piece was nice. But I don't always knock it out of the park. Dude, drawing's hard for me too. Like, everybody thinks you're just magic and special, and you're fucking not. So it's
like athletes. You have a bad day, man. You know, it's like,
yeah, the shit's hard to fucking do. Art is hard. I'm sorry. So it's just that fucking simple.
That's why I charge your asses for it.
That's right. That's right. Well, if you're good at something, you should get paid for it. So,
all right. How much time we got left, guys?
We don't time it. We just go until we're fucking done. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Or until Crager's done.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend not to give anybody else like any leeway. Like, you have to stick on my schedule.
There you go. Well, I'm gonna throw some ink down on this vellum real quick.
Do it.
Oh, bastards.
I lost my tape. Shit.
I'm enjoying the angle that you picked, Craig. That's what I'm liking.
Oh, nice.
Take a peek. Oh yeah. Fucking A, man. What am I doing in my life? Yeah. I don't know, man.
I think you're doing okay. Oh my God. What?
Let's try. We're gonna go with the.
Well, I'm enjoying. Well, I'm also remembering the style. In the back, we were talking about how you're able to, Crager, change your style based on pretty much any requirement of the service, so to speak. And we saw that with the Yaira piece. We saw it with the one you've blasted out for Adam. That's kind of a Frank Frazetta vibe.
Oh yeah, that not safe for work piece that I'm painting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same thing with Meathead, which is a wholly different style too, which is more of a Sin City Breccia look, which is a high contrast shadows.
Yeah. Panosian like rendering, so like French, not so much Panosian as it is like old Mobius when he did Blueberry. And that, yeah, that's stuff. That's how I want to ink, like all the time. I wish I could, but I have to kind of work it out. So I could do some of it, and a lot of it has to do with, the pens and stuff that he's using and the strokes he makes. But it's
By the
those
way,
things are easy enough to figure out. Huh.
Gordon wants to remind you that the ears are real, not part of the cap.
Yeah, I know, but
years then?
I guess I'll have to put a hole. There you go. Does that make you happy, Gordon? I put a hole so her ear can pop out of the hole. Is that what we were asking for? I got you, Gordon.
Yeah, look at her eyes. Look how beautiful she looks.
Mr. Good Brother.
Because the first 12 pages of Meathead are very atmospheric. And there's a couple ways you can do that, which is to overdraw it with every detail possible, where it just looks like an illustration, or you could lean into the atmosphere of it, a la Sin City,
right?
Where you lean on an element like rain, for example, that slices through the image, that almost obscures it. Or something in our case like lightning, that what does it do? It creates dark shadows and blows out all the highlights.
Yep. In some cases, it depends on how close it is. So, but it's either the page can be really white with little tiny bits of contrast that show you the form, or it can be mostly black and there's a white lightning bolt that is illuminating things that leave a core shadow on everything. So that's kind of, I like that type of stuff. Like backlighting something, essentially, as opposed to blowing it out completely.
And going for a mood. And I think earlier when we were talking about, that is something that actually does escape most comic artists, is mood.
Yeah.
Like
color,
especially, excuse me.
Color usually takes care of mood in comic books,
right? Or lack thereof.
Yeah. Keep going. Go.
No, but it just seems like it's very hard to do, because when you're looking at guys that, like we were talking about, I don't want to shit on him or anything, but Rob Liefeld, I think we said it would be impossible for him to do a horror comic.
Right. Right.
Because I don't think he's capable of not just producing the content, but the mood required for such a thing and the restraint required for such a thing.
Yeah, I would like to see it be moody and not Liefeldy. Yeah, for sure.
And you come across this, of course, in film as well, where certain filmmakers like Guillermo del Toro are known for atmosphere, or somebody like Tim Burton, knows how to do atmosphere.
Oh, very well.
Which is something that not many people really consider. They just want to draw a cool image, it seems, or maybe that's just being inexperienced as well. That you still just want to draw a cool looking picture, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of ways to approach style. So, I think that I always tell Marco that your foundation will define your style. And the reason I say that foundation defines style is like, the closer you are to being photorealistic, the closer you are to normal proportions, the more you end up in like the Adam Hughes end of the pool. Once you understand how to do all that stuff, and believe it or not, like somebody like Daniel Warren Johnson definitely knows how to draw really well. Okay. He chooses I bet money to draw in a simplistic style or as simple as possible because it's more dynamic. Like when you can exaggerate cartoon forms, it's so much more dynamic. So that's what he leans into, and his style is not to be super precise. It's to be super expressive. And then, of course, people like Bill Sienkiewicz fitting that into the pool also, where they're super expressive, like it's an emotion put on the page. So yeah, that's yeah. I hope I made sense there.
Yeah, and it's something that not many people know how to do or care to do or know. And I also think there's some type of disconnection between the writer and the artist, anyways, where that stuff gets lost in that partnership.
Yeah, some of that stuff can. I mean, that's why they hire certain people. Like here's the thing I could guess at why I didn't get first place in the iron test. Now, number one, my piece was
Who is somebody roboting?
terrible.
Or is it only me?
I already knew it. What are they trying to fill? It might just be you.
I heard it too.
Domo arigato, Mr. Robot.
Okay, go ahead. You said the Yaira piece, Crager. Sorry.
I was talking about the Yaira piece and why I didn't get first place, and I understand like how everybody got upset about it. We don't know what book they're trying to fill, like why they chose the winner to be that way, or if they're just really impressed by a bunch of skulls, right? Because that's essentially what the first place winner's piece was. It didn't have really good inking line weights. It wasn't traditionally like comic book art. It did have a lot of skulls on it, and the inking was really scratchy, which can be attributed to one or two things: style or lack of experience. But if it fit the dark image of what book they were trying to fulfill by winning the contest, then that's why that type of art won. It was dark and gritty, and it fit what they needed it to fit, and it served its purpose. So yeah, I think sometimes there is extenuating circumstances in which a person can, because of a lack of experience, can kind of fumble into something and end up doing something that's dark and gritty, and that can be misinterpreted. But it's not. It just wasn't as good as I thought it would be. So I literally thought there was another guy that would be there that would just smoke me like that. But yeah, it is what it is, man. So art is subjective, and people like what they like, right? So, and if it fit their book, then it fit their book. It's no harm, no foul. So I'm still J.Crager. I'm still like I can still do different types of art. It ain't gonna stop me because I'm good enough, motherfuckers. That's why. Because I'm important and I have to, and I do it with love. So, and you're all important too. So remember that.
What was that? Welcome back, Chauncey. He was here way up there, but I guess he came back in. So thanks for coming back, buddy. And Gordon wondered if would you be amenable to drawing a Rippaverse book?
Oh, I would totally draw a Rippaverse book. It doesn't bother me to like take. I know the thing. Like, I think that if they brought me on, me a good writer, I saw the book, see if they needed me to like adjust to, I could give them a book that was intended for that writer. Like I can dictate the style so that it would fit whatever it needed to do, and that's what'll make the book great. And then, you know, a lot of people who like to bitch about the art couldn't really bitch about the art at that point. So because it would be really good art that you can't bitch about really good art. There are people who fucking like are just gonna hate you or be a dick to fucking like just be like, oh, that's base bitch shit. But I do this shit all day long, man. So you give me a long enough timeline, I'll paint you the Mona Lisa. So you can't play with me like that. So I just, it's all about the comic and what serves the comic. And if I have to like be Leonardo da Vinci, I'll be Leonardo da Vinci. Does that make sense?
Indeed, it does,
Are you
sir.
good there?
And what do we have for old JBOT?
Okay.
What he's doing?
It sounds like some weird.
Oh, my connection is
there's
really
that
strange.
little bit of arrogance that Will. I said there's that little bit of arrogance that Will was talking about.
You gotta have a little bit because you gotta, you know, in the
here?
end, you have to sell yourself.
Yeah, to some extent you have to. So, you know, when I work with a client, like, and I know that it's a super, super important job, the first thing I tell them is, listen, man, I'm going to fuck it up the first time. So let me fiddle around with it and find what it is. And then once I do that, then I don't have to fuck it up anymore. Like, I'll just know, and then I can just do it. So, yeah. That's it's important to fail sometimes in art. It's important because you have to know when to adjust, and you can't be wearing rose-colored glasses all the time. So
It's also part of the journey too, man. You know, it's like,
yeah,
people do this art game, they know it's part of the journey. It's, if they don't expect it, then I don't know, but yeah, it's part of failing, fucking up, it's getting better. It's the process.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Failing
GJ wants to remind you, you're a badass fucking artist, fucking Crager.
Thanks,
So just
buddy.
remember that.
I appreciate you. I am pretty badass sometimes. I am pretty badass.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta accept your wins, and failure is an opportunity to learn, according to Mr. Blanky.
That is correct. Plus, you know, I'm okay to like fuck up every once in a while. Like, that's what art's about. It's about actually learning. You know, it's like being a doctor. Being a doctor isn't perfect medicine. It's called a practice for a reason. So that's what comic book art is like, or being an artist in general. It's practice, man. And it's how far do you want to practice and like figure stuff out. Gordon, I think you got your possum girl, buddy. So
I think it looks freaking great.
I think it came out okay. I might put some Zipatone on her.
I like her face quite a bit.
Sure. Yeah, I think it came out okay. That's as Japanime as I can get. I like the possum the best. He looks great.
I really like JBOT's too, that he's got her hanging upside down.
Let me sign this thing, and I'm going to call it done, and I'm going to get the hell out of this thing right here. So I don't got to show you that anymore. Where are you now? There you are. I'll get rid of that. And we're back. Sweet. 51 people. Thank you, all 51 of you, for coming in and joining us tonight. I want you to know that comic book art is our passion here. Like, we did this in a, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, just kind of messing around. Um, being an artist doesn't have to be stressful. Doesn't have to, it just doesn't have to be. So you all, if you're artists out there, know that if you're getting in your own way, just get out of your own way and just draw. It's that simple. So listen to more David Cho.
Hey, Rasmani,
Cho.
welcome, buddy.
There we go.
He's kind of comes in, usually lasts like 10, 15 minutes of the show, but he's always welcome.
Yeah, I think Sontag runs a show like 45 minutes before we come on usually. So it's possible people come over afterwards. It's great. Yeah, failure is an opportunity to learn. Winners both double J's. Nice. You do all right. Nice. Yeah, man. It's if you're in your own way, get out of your own way. So if you're an artist, and experiment, try different things. At this point in my life, I've drawn enough like form that I'm pretty comfortable just drawing in general. So it gives me the chance to like really kind of mess around with stuff. And I'm glad that I've grown that much and been able to do that. So it really opens up the world for me when it comes to being able to offer my clients several different things. So, and it keeps me working, which is nice. So, because I like being a working artist, even though it's stressful and I want to fucking hang myself every other fucking week. So, that's okay. But whatever. So, we're doing this to do this.
And I've noticed that you use a particular piece of art on today's show that I find fascinating.
Yeah. Did I ever show you the color version of that, Will?
Yeah, and it's the shelved project of Crager and ours.
Yeah, I threw it up there. Figured it would be cool to, he had the Berserker thing, so I did the whole Coliseum thing.
Uh-huh. Nice working with this man.
Yeah, we did. Here, I'll show him. We can kick us all and just show them.
Oh, no.
See how beautiful that is? That's a really nice thing. Sorry, guys.
Yep. You'll see it eventually.
You will.
Who knows? Maybe Crager will pass on his duties to someone else for that one, if he can't wrap his brain around it.
Yeah, it depends, man, on where I am. At some point, I want to redo Hammer, so I have to open up the time to do that, and get the first 5 issues done. That would be great. But that's not for another year, at least, or 2, for me to start any of that. So I have too much stuff to do over the next year or 2. I have Jawbone Death 2. That's currently the sign up is up and down in the main profile. You can go down there and actually press on it. My other book is Stain. I'm doing a short story in Stain issue 2, or I'm sorry, issue 3. Issue 2 has the preview of my art. Just 3 pages of the 10 that I'm doing for issue 3. So, but Stain is like it's like Faust and Cry for Dawn and Threshold and they're adult books, but they just show boobs, and there's only that one cover that has like the sausage party on it. So yeah, it's just boobs mostly in blood. So if you're into boobs and blood, go sign up for Stain or buy Stain. If you're into boobs and blood, also go to JAWBONE Death 2. There's lots of boobs and blood in that.
Good night, Craig. Thanks for showing up, buddy. He appreciates these art giveaways.
That's really nice of you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
GJ, there's only one other artist that I would like to see if they'd like to do it if Crager didn't. And he'll be on this show next month.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is it next month? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's like the only other guy I can see doing it.
You mean Nick Patera?
No, not Nick. His style is too. I don't know. I don't know if he could. He's great, but I think someone like Matt Weldon would be very good for it.
Oh, nice.
Who will be on next month?
Yes,
Nice.
he will. Yes, he will. And I've reached out to a couple people for our August stuff. I'm trying to get Joe Benitez in August, and I'm trying to get Art T-Bear to come on.
Oh,
Maybe.
cool.
The T-Bear himself.
And you'll see Frege hanging around too.
Yeah, we'll find us some Fraga. And you know what I'd really like to do? I'd like to make it an art show where we invite higher-end guests to come in and draw with us. Like I don't mean always, but where we get the Dave Finches, where we get the Benitezes, where we get the, stuff like that. So that'd be really cool. We have Nick Patera coming up. We have actually we have a list, don't we, buddy? What's the list minus the 15th? Go ahead and tell
our
them
little surprise.
Except for our surprise, yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. So next week is Matt Weldon.
There we go.
And then after that is a gentleman named Lucifer Storm of Lady Satan and Ed Gein fame. Then after that is Mr. Nick Patera. And then after that is Marco. And then there's the 15th. And then we hop over that. And we've got our good friend Chad Townsend of Black Phantom fame.
All right.
Yep.
And that's the extent of it at the moment.
And then I'm working on T-Bear and Benitez, and I should, we'll reach out to a few other people like Rob Willis and stuff like that. So,
I'm waiting on Rob Willis because he's drawing his Meathead cover, and I want him to unveil his own cover on this show.
Yeah, that'd be great. So I think that'd be fantastic.
I think you guys should like it.
Nice. What time is it? 9:25. Wow,
9:25.
We did pretty good, man. About an hour and a half. So
indeed,
that's a good job. Good job.
Congratulations,
you did a great job, JBOT. So,
thanks, man.
JBOT.
Yeah, I dig it. Did you want to pimp anything before we get out of here? Either of you?
Sure. I'll do my book. Copies of Berserker. We got less than 40 left. Just DM me. I'm on all the socials at MightyBot Studio. Each one's going to be signed and numbered by me. Only 100. We got less than 40 left. 13-page ash can. It is the cover is vertical, and then it's actually horizontal in the inside. This way you can put it in your long box and you know what book it is. $15 plus $10 shipping. If you want the print, which I happen to have one here, if you want a copy of the 11x17 print and the vinyl sticker, it'll be an extra $10. So $25 gets you the book, the sticker, and the print plus $10 shipping. The print may be folded because it is shipping in a Gemini mailer. So, but that's how I can fit it in there. So, but yeah, just follow me at MightyBot Studio. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, on Instagram. We draw every Thursday and hang out on the art department at 10 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, buy these books. Buy these Berserker books.
Yeah.
So
buy them. They're really cute.
Cartoons.
You guys should.
Yeah, they're excellent.
Yeah, it's a Conan with cartoons. I say it's like Fleischer cartoons with like Frazetta. Those are the two top inspirations that I have for it and stuff like that too. So, yeah,
It's nice. It's really well drawn, and I like a lot of the work in it. Let me pull this thing out real quick. It's right here. So I thought everything was really well done in it. Like even all the layouts are really nice. All the gray tones are really cool. It doesn't look like you did ink some of it, obviously, but you did the whole Cuphead thing to it, where you gray toned it and did the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Like, what more could I tell you besides make more content? Like the main complaint I have is this thing is too short.
Yeah, but it's a preview book.
That's a good complaint.
Yeah, it's a good complaint to have for a preview book, but it's like you're asking me to fix something that's beautiful in the first place, and like you nailed all your proportions on like everything. There's nothing wonky about stuff in this. Wow, you're a good artist, man. Like there's no
agreed.
Yeah, I think you should just keep doing what you're doing if this is. And I'd love to tell you what you did bad, but you didn't really do anything bad, man. Like no, man, not at all. I think you pretty much nailed this. So yeah, I can't give you a critique because you're too good.
Thanks.
So for what you were doing, like if I was to sit there and like compare you to Sin City, like that's not Sin City. So that's its own thing. And for its own thing, man, that's solid. You nailed it. So I think it's beautiful. I think your proportions are really nice. I like your style. I think you should just do more. Do a ton more. Make it long and arduous like Cerebus. And that would be
That'd be funny if he like went through that evolution.
Yeah, right? 300 issues and he's finally old man fucking berserker. Yeah, it would be dope, man. So I think that if you keep pimping it, if you find the right niche groups of people, you could probably fucking sell the shit out of that. So yeah, good job.
Oh, thanks.
So,
thanks.
Super good job. Yeah, that's my critique. You did good. So good job. So anything else, Will?
No, sir. We can wrap it.
We're wrapping it up. Okay. So my final words. Yeah, be nice to each other. Be good. Have fun. So don't let yourself off the hook every once in a while. Don't hold yourself to task too much because you're human. So smile more. Eat your vegetables. And remember, you're all good enough, and that we love you, and we want the best for everybody. And I hope that all your dreams come true. And with that,
good night.
We're going to be ending this thing. So thank you all, and good night. Do that shit, fuckers.